AR, and today is going to be show and tell, and I was hoping Natalie would join because she has something to show as well. But I have a couple of projects I want to show, and hopefully Jean, who gave me a wonderful idea, I get to show off the project that she helped inspire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
So hopefully
I didn't get to try it yet.
You get to try it tonight, or I saved the pictures all to the event wall. So if you're on a mobile device on the Hangout, you can go back later and scan them.
Okay. Great.
Okay. I promised to do the screen share, and if you get muted, Doug says the fix is to end the call and come back in. Because I kept muting him. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. We'll start with the project Jean helped inspire. Okay, hopefully you see an eagle.
Yep.
Okay. Let me tell you about the picture, and then I'll tell you about the project. My family and I, when we go on vacation, we like to go to like national parks and museums, try to make it educational, and that's, you know, being a teacher, that is what I like. We went to Yellowstone National Park, and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and we saw this bald eagle, and I got a picture of him. Well, this kind of helped with Jean's idea. She wanted to do a live video cam and augment that, so when you scan a trigger image, you go into the be able to see the live video cam. Well, my daughter's school, in her class, she's in kindergarten, is currently hatching chicks, and they've been watching them. So I thought it'd be really cool to take this picture and then embed the live video cam of an eagle's nest. Well, I sent them a couple live feeds to AugThat, and the team of AugThat. Oh, hi, Doug. I just saw that you popped in.
Hey, are these? Is your daughter hatching techie chicks?
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's gonna be a techie chick when she gets bigger. Well, they're hatching these little chicks, and I thought it would be really cool to take Jean's idea and embed a live video cam to it. So when you scan this picture, I sent him several links to different video cams, and I was thinking it'll be one. And instead they put several video cam embeds in there, so when you scan different parts of the picture, you get a different nest.
Oh, cool.
So if you're on a mobile device, the picture is on the event page, so you can, like, at a later time, go and scan it and try it out for yourself. And I did blog about it, so if you want to check my blog, I have the picture there as well.
That is so cool.
Thank you. And thank you, Jean, for the idea.
Katie, did you use this one at the Ed Camp yesterday?
Yes, I did.
I thought it looked familiar.
And they really liked it.
Yeah.
The ones I'm going to show tonight are the ones I shared yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, you want to see another? Go ahead, Jean.
I wonder why they couldn't do the live webcam link that I gave them.
I don't know. Maybe if you send that to me or post it on the wall, and we can maybe see if it has a different code in it than the ones I sent them.
I had posted it that night when he said that, and he tried it, and he said that they couldn't do it at this time for some reason.
Okay. He would be the expert on his platform, knowing what he can and cannot do. So, maybe they're working on it. I will have to get back with you on that one. But okay. I'll check your link out.
Okay.
Okay, ready for another show and tell? Hopefully I'm going to give you some ideas and inspire some creating your own augmented triggers. Okay, let me see. Come back. Okay, hopefully now you see a whole bunch of coal miners.
Yes.
Okay, good. My 6th grade teacher friend, she is doing a book study on the kids on strike. And she came to me, she goes, I'm doing this jigsaw unit on this book. Is there any way we can add augmented reality to it? Hello, oh, who did we drop? We dropped Jean. Hi, Adam. I don't see you, but I hear you typing. Okay, I'll go back to my coal miners, and people pop in that will catch them up. So my friend, she wanted me to add some augmented reality to this unit. There's 8 chapters for this book, and she's having dividing her class into 8 main groups, and then out of those 8 main groups, each kid is going to learn about a certain chapter, and they have to bring it back to their group and teach it like a jigsaw. So using the jigsaw idea, I had Augment take this picture and divide it into fours, and we're cutting the picture into fours, and each kid is going to receive a piece of the picture, and when you scan that piece of the picture, it's going to give you an augmented experience, being either video, a Prezi, slideshow, a website, a news article about that topic that they're studying. And then when you put all the pieces together and you scan it again, you get yet a 5th augmented experience, being a Padlet board that the kids could go in and have an online discussion about that chapter of that book. So this is just one of the pictures that's for the book study. There's one for the boys' newsstand, the Newsies. There's one for the middle girls. There's one for each chapter, and I found a unique picture that would represent each chapter. So when they scan each piece, they're going to get something different. And then the kids will go back to their main group and be the experts at that time and teach what they've learned. So kind of like making learning the pieces to make the whole. And this picture is also on the event page, and I also put it on my blog post as well. And I shared this yesterday with the Ed Camp. So if you would scan like the corners of this picture, because we're not cutting it in half or cutting it into fours, you would get those same effect the kids would get if they just had the piece of the picture. But you might want to cover up part of the picture, because if you scan all of it, you're going to get the Padlet board.
The 5th. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the 5th. So
very cool. I like the puzzle idea.
Yeah, thank you. And oh, hello.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Welcome to our little chat. We're doing show and tell tonight.
It's awesome.
Okay. Okay. Before I share any more and hog the screen, does anybody else would like to show and tell? Any projects you're working on that you want to talk about? Okay, not everybody jump up and start talking all at once.
So, you know what? Did you guys get a chance to see that 360 virtual environment?
I haven't showed it to them yet. Would you like to
did the greenhouse one.
Yeah, hey, Jean, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. They solved your problem, right?
I'm not sure which problem you're talking about.
Well, wasn't there something with the trigger image or something? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
No, it was her video feed for her live webcam.
Right, okay.
So you must have figured it out for Katie Ann's version.
Yeah. I think, yeah, did they figure yours out? Did they get back to you yet?
No, they haven't gotten back to me.
Okay.
And some other stuff that I submitted before the Easter break I haven't heard about yet either, and the triggers aren't working yet.
Okay, I'll check on that for you.
Okay, thanks.
No sweat. I'll make sure they get it to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, the 360 environment, we actually just got a phone call that they're nominating us for an award for the virtual environment.
That is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. So I would love to be able to show, if you guys want, I can pull it up and you guys can actually scan it and off the screen.
Which one are you going to show them?
Which
Underwater.
one? Do the underwater one?
Yep.
I haven't tried that one yet. That would be great.
That's the picture I posted on the event page. And the one I was going to share, so if you want to go for it, shoot.
Yeah,
you got to do you got to do a screen share.
Okay, let me see if I even hold on, let me just make sure I have it on this computer. The picture? I don't know if I do though. I have to pull it up like a regular picture, right?
Right, and then do a screen share.
Okay. While I do this, just give me 1 sec.
Okay. Okay, while he's doing that, is there anything else you guys want to see?
I have an iBook I can share,
Okay.
but we'll wait for Adam, I think. I don't want to share the whole iBook. I just have some couple of pages in there that I think might be of interest to people. And also,
Awesome.
I would like at some point to talk about best practices for recording augmented reality for sharing with other people who can't actually do it. Like when we get to these Hangouts, for instance.
And it's been a learning experience.
Well, there's the Hangout tool, but I just mean just creating videos of augmented reality while it's happening can be pretty challenging, and I'd be interested to hear people's best ideas for that.
Well, I will admit that I am a brand newbie at augmented reality. I've used a little Erasmus, but that's about it. Completely changed what I was teaching this past summer and have had to completely refocus on the new curriculum.
Mm.
And so when Katie Ann had a chance to share with the Ed Camp yesterday, I actually was not able to be in that session. So I have talked to the people that were. I'm very excited about what they had to say, and really am here to soak up as much information from you guys as I possibly can, because people are going to expect me to know more than they do when I get to school tomorrow.
Well, you can always give them my contact information.
Definitely, definitely.
Do you know what? If Adam's still working, Katie Ann, why don't you show off your business card?
I would have to go get one. So if you give me a moment, I'll go get one.
I found the picture, by the way.
Okay.
So what do I have to do now?
You have to do a screen share. If you on your toolbar on the left-hand side, it has like a green screen with an arrow. And if you click on that and then click on your picture and say start sharing, it should show to everybody.
Okay.
Great. And newbie question, what app are you guys using to scan for the Augbat material?
Store.
The Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. Oh, I saw myself backwards. Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. Oh, yep, got it. I'll put it up on the screen.
It's not shared yet, though.
It says that is sharing your screen with plusgoogle.com. Let me try it again.
Nope. Okay, try again.
You would think I'm technologically savvy, right? It's Google Hangouts, right? That I'm sharing it.
You click on, yeah, and then you'll say present to all.
It says you are screen sharing now.
Okay, you're on, Jessica. Okay, bring up your picture.
Oh, okay. Do you see it now?
Nope. We see Doug.
No.
Hi, Doug.
Okay, would you like me to do it?
If you could, yeah, because I'm really doing well tonight with this. Sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll get you trained.
We should have another hangout on how to use Hangouts.
You can check Sarah, the teacher. She has all kinds of how to Google Hangouts.
I'm on it right after this.
Okay.
Okay, now do you see the ocean? The ocean?
Yeah.
I'm not getting a loading bar on this.
Did you hit the you opened up the app and hit start lesson?
Yeah. Wait, it's coming up. So, Doug, your question about like screencasting the AR, the only way you could really do that is with the secondary device, right? There's no way you could do that from one device.
Actually, that's not true, but what I was talking about was recording, making videos of AR, live AR, making videos of live AR, not screencasting it, although I can do that too. I'm just talking about a best practices. You can't do it by yourself, I'm finding out. You've got to have somebody else with a video camera. I'm talking about actually making videos of students or teachers actually doing augmented reality with their devices and recording it.
How do you do it through a screencast?
There's a couple of tools out there. Reflection onto a whiteboard, and also we can't forget that actually the digital screens are also triggers too. So it can be a little gnarly, but it actually will work, where you can actually use like a whiteboard, for instance, as a trigger. So, but my real question was actually recording people in the act of doing AR and recording it on video.
So, Doug,
go ahead.
I was going to say that when we did our video, like all our promo commercials that you saw, we literally had to have 2 people, if not more. It's almost impossible to be able to capture what you're doing, and you kind of, some of the stuff we were able to do, and we're able to do video on some of the triggers and the launches that we've had. But for the most part, it's been my videographers, doing the recordings of children using it, teachers using it. So it is difficult.
And it's even more difficult. Most of my stuff is interactive. Getting something to fire is one thing, but filming yourself interacting with it it's literally impossible. So you got to have another body, right? At least one other body recording with you.
Well, did you ever try using a document camera?
Yes.
Okay. And
one of those shipped with with the smart boards that we have.
Okay, because I know that if you're able to project the image right over the document camera, it should be able to pick up, like, for example, our three-dimensional objects, or if something was to pop up on, you know, the tablet that you're using, you can record off of there, but you're not gonna actually have kids using it if they're doing augmented reality posters.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I think
even just putting using preview on a Mac up on a smart board with a projector, that all works great. But if you have to interact with it, there's no way you can hold your device, point it at the trigger, and put your finger on the screen. It's just impossible. I was just wondering, what best. I don't see any way around having somebody else having to film it for you. You're going to have another body holding a camera, at least one.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah. So if everybody got the 3D up, they got the 360-degree ocean floor in front of them now?
Yep.
I saw Jessica with her phone moving it around. And Jean, did you get it to go? Maybe she's locked up. Oh, now she's muted. Jean! Did you get it to work?
Second time I've been bumped. No, I didn't. It wouldn't load completely. It only loaded like about 95%. There was like still a little bit of yellow that had to be filled, and I couldn't get it to work.
You could be having a bandwidth problem. You've got a Google Hangout going on, and you're also hitting the internet.
I'm on the ocean floor.
Isn't that cool, Tammy?
My first 3D, and I'm doing it with my TARDIS.
Yeah, I was trying to do it with my Samsung.
That's what I'm on. This is a Samsung.
Could be your Wi-Fi if your phone is hooked up to. There is a lot going on. I know my Wi-Fi is acting up in my house. That's why my camera's not on, or So I don't know.
Hey, but I've seen other ones work, so.
That's cool.
Can I go ahead and take the picture off? Okay. And I'm back.
The solar system one didn't seem to do that much.
The Earth one?
Yeah.
Which, above the clouds?
No, the one that it kind of did the equator and kind of like measured off things, and you could kind of spin it on its axis, but that's about it.
You're talking about the 3D object?
Yes.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
That's the other one I posted.
Yeah, you can move that around with your finger, but remember, if you're looking off of a monitor, you're only going to get one point of view looking down, and it's kind of hard to really get the full effect. If you print them out onto like flashcards, then the students can actually interact with them, and they're going to be able to see the Earth, see how it looks, move it, rotate it. When it's on the computer, you're only getting one view. You're supposed to, if you move your tablet or smart device around the object, you'll actually be able to see it, or if you twirl the card or move it around. But on the computer, you're only able to really get one perspective, one view. That's all you can see.
Oh, I have a question, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget it unless I ask you guys now.
Okay.
When you're making up your triggers, do you laminate them in any way to keep them from, getting wrinkled up or does that cause like a shine problem?
I have, and then I have problem with glare, and it doesn't work as well. I started printing them on cardstock, and that works a lot better.
I laminate a lot of my things.
Is there a special laminate that's more matte?
I don't know. I have this little personal tiny laminator, and I have pouches, and that's all it comes with is those pouches. So I don't know if there's a different type.
$19 from Amazon?
The laminator?
Yeah.
It's so old. My dad got it for me when I was student teaching.
Oh.
It still works. And I've used it a lot. But it's just one type of pouch that I can get for them. So I don't know if there's... But if you get out of the shiny part where it's glaring, then it works fine. So you kind of have to move your body or move something so you get rid of the glare.
I have a lot of glare, but for layer, the glare doesn't seem to be much of a problem for me. I guess it really depends on which recognition software you might end up using. So.
And that would go for any of those. I mean, you just have to try it. I laminate a lot, just because I have one on my desk and I can just laminate.
So, if you like, I'll show you some of my student AR pages. Would you like to see that?
Yes.
That would be great.
Okay, so this is I'm just about ready to publish this. This is an iBook that I've started, and I only want to I don't want to go through the whole thing and bore everybody to stone here, but I have a section in here that shows student pages that I've made. Let me see if I can share this. Let's see. So I want to say Google. Okay, so what do I pick here? Entire screen?
What are your choices?
It says entire screen, Google Hangouts, or NS normal window level.
Try your entire screen.
Okay.
Now I'm backwards.
Okay, do you see something? How do I?
Yes.
Okay, so one second here, sorry. Okay, so here's this iBook I've made, and this chapter 3 shows student pages here. And I'm going to click on the face of one of my students here. On the left, these are all hanging on the wall. These are just made with a color printer, and they're laminated. When she scans her page on the left, and each one of these little images has to do with a content area in her school: social studies, language arts, organization, current events. When she scans it, this is what appears on her device on the right. There's a mixture of three-dimensional objects. All of these things, by the way, are animated. There are videos that students have made. There's a whole bunch of things. Anytime you see one of those green speaker phones, they get to hear me giving them instructions for something. And it's feature-rich there. There's a lot of material on this one page, and it constantly changes based on what I'm asking them to do. And each student has one of these hanging on the wall, and every week they come in and scan this, looking for new assignments, new content, and all kinds of new things to do. And I even leave students who've graduated. I've got like 3 years worth of students' pages up on the walls here. And this center section here is just connection stuff, things I know kids are interested in. They can go look at. This girl loved horses and horseback riding, and there's some great horseback riding videos there. But so everybody in my class has one of these, and it just evolves throughout the year. All I have to do is change the content.
Are you guys seeing Doug's page or no?
I am.
I'm not.
Okay, so whoever is, Katie Ann, are you the lead person on tonight's chat?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so if you will click on Doug's window, it will get a white box around it.
Oh, got it. Do you see it now?
There we go. Now I see him.
Teamwork.
And that keeps the rest of us from overriding him when he's presenting.
That's awesome. Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.
See, I learn something new every day. Well, so, question, Doug.
Yep.
So this picture is hanging up for the student. It's the same picture all year. And when they scan the different parts, they get the updated material. So you're changing the content within the layer studio?
Yep.
Okay.
So, and a lot of times the augmented things that you see on that page, they don't change for what the student sees, but the content that they're connected to does.
Okay.
So the trigger stays the same, but the AR material changes.
That's right.
You could, yeah, the trigger images can always be programmed for whatever you want it to. You could change it every month, every week, every whatever you feel like, and keep the same trigger.
Well, let's be clear here. For this, the trigger image is the picture on the left. It's just a color printout. But the augmentations on the right, most of those don't change visually, but the interaction that takes place when a student clicks on one of those, that changes. The content changes underneath it. You see those things called Googleographies. They might have 15 of those over the course of a trimester. They'll always see that little yellow button there with the black globe on it. But, you know, they're just told, I said, oh, you've got an update to your AR page. Go scan it. Or if you press that little green circle with the speaker in it, they'll hear instructions from me. That's my audio has been recorded. So the underlying content of those interactions changes at my whim, changes all the time. But their AR page in itself doesn't necessarily change. Certainly the image on the left doesn't. I've printed that out once. I don't touch it again. Right? And every student has one of those. I'll click off of this, and here's another example of one. Every student is also different, too. This is a great way to implement differentiated instruction if you need to do that in your classroom. It's just perfect for it. And there's lots of different things happening on here. Do you see this little, it's like a little carousel, multicolored carousel? That opens up an email interface, and they can send me an email just by clicking on that. All kinds of things that are going on here. We're doing a section on the Cold War now. When students scan this one picture, everybody scans this one page. There's a whole curriculum on the Cold War. That missile is actually a 3D object that's twirling and rotating, animation in real time. And there's websites connected to this. And this is the way I'm flipping that classroom with AR.
I love your ideas.
Yep. And everybody's got their own AR page here.
What does this keep calm sign say?
It says keep calm and love language arts.
Good one.
So.
Okay, so the kids, are they scanning with their cell phone since this is an iBook, or is this you just give them a printed page and they use their iPad to scan it?
They have this is an iBook that I'm submitting for other purposes. The page that you see on the left is actually a printed color page on 8.5 by 11 that's been laminated and Velcroed up to the wall in the classroom.
Okay.
And they'll scan that with their iPads. We're one-to-one iPads in my school.
Cool.
So,
okay, I'm going to have to warn you, living in Kansas, the weather changes in a snap of a fingers, and there's a thunderstorm rolling in, so if I lose power, don't believe that I kicked you off and we're ending this or anything. If I lose power, we'll call it tonight, okay?
Okay, and I'll stop screen sharing now.
Okay, so I have to stop doing it on my end.
That was a nice shot. That was nice, Doug.
Thank you.
Awesome. Doug,
That was really great.
You're going to be publishing that book publicly?
People are trying to get me to do that. I'm not sure if I want to or not.
Just a little word of advice, though. Those students you have, just get a disclaimer, contract that it's okay to use in the public domain.
Yeah, I've got that already, and if you noticed, I also blurred out their names. I have the disclaimer that allows me to use their images, but I didn't. There's no reason to disclose their names publicly, so those were all dithered out.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, though.
You just want to make sure, though, especially if you do publish it and it looks very well done, and if you're looking to sell it in the public domain or in any shape or form with that, you just want to make sure that even if you sold one for $1, you know, to make a profit on, you don't want the legal ramifications of parents suing you for thousands or millions of dollars for using their image. That's all.
I actually have a disclaimer that the school has a blanket one, and then when I made this, I actually sent another one out to each of the parents of the students of those images, getting and receiving permission to use their child's image. So I think I'm pretty well covered. You know, if somebody wants to sue you, they're going to sue you. It doesn't matter how legally savvy you are. If they want to do something, they're going to do something. We see that all the time. But that's good advice, and it's not something I haven't thought of already, too. So.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Well, Jess.
Well, no kidding. The Badgers lost.
Yeah.
I was pulling for them.
Your sound's cutting in and out, Jessica.
All right, I'll put it closer to my face.
There you go. Yep, now I can hear you. So, have you gotten any ideas for, you know, future teacher here that you can use in your classroom? I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Wait, say it again.
So, did you get any ideas tonight that you could use in your classroom?
Yeah, a lot of ideas. I'm pretty excited. I'm almost out of the craziness of all of the stuff I need to turn in for the state, for school, and my extra class. So I'm hoping at the school I'm at, they have one-to-one iPads. So in the next, probably hopefully 2 weeks, I'm hoping to be able to experiment and do a little my own creating. So hopefully I can share with you all soon things I'm doing. But you guys are giving me a ton of great ideas. So I'm really.
That's wonderful. Sorry, I cut you off.
Taking it in.
How about you, Tammy? Are you getting some ideas?
How do you create the augmented reality images to start with?
That is a good question. There's several platforms out there, such as Erasmus and Dacry and Layer, and Augmented has their own as well. Depending on which platform you want to use, there's going to be limitations to some of them. For example, Erasmus, if you have a trigger that you've made, the kids have to follow your channel and make sure that they scan your image, get off your channel and get something inappropriate.
Right.
And then Dacry's platform.
That's why I don't use Erasmus anymore.
Right. A lot of people stopped using it, and I am one of them because of that. It was just too many hoops to jump through, and it just didn't work half the time. Dacry also has a platform that is free for teachers, but you're limited to the size of content you can have on your trigger, and you're limited to, I want to say it's 25 total triggers that are active. Okay. I have a limit there. Augmented has one that you don't even have to do all the making of it. You send them the picture and you send them the content. They will put it together for you. They will approve your content and your trigger and work with you if your trigger isn't scannable. And then they'll put it in their teacher community so that, say, the stuff that I've shown you, the coal mine guy and the bird is in the teacher community, and then you have access to it. And it's safe. And you don't have to get
online?
Yeah, it's online, and it's safe, and you don't have to worry about following a channel or sharing it correctly, because once you use their app, every time you scan it, you're going to get the content you've asked to put on it.
Okay.
And Layer also has a platform, and that's the one Doug uses, and he will have to explain that more because I kind of got away from Layer. It was my first platform I tried, and then I reached out and tried others to see how they worked.
I'm just thinking here, I teach a game design class, and I could definitely see them learning how to use augmented reality in their games.
Yes, that is going to be a growing industry.
I can definitely see them creating the entry story or the backstory to their game or something through an augmented reality opportunity.
That would be awesome, using like the is it Animoto, where they make their little animation guys.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool, and having a trigger and having their backstory for a game. That's a good idea. Any other ideas that you might have?
Well, to be
I have a
honest,
question.
I'm just starting, so my brain is just okay. I just emptied Ed Camp brain for now. You're filling back up again.
That's what I do best.
So on AugThat, Katie Ann,
Yes.
on AugThat, would we be able to look up your lessons or your triggers by your name, or how do we look it up if we wanted to use your stuff?
That is a question Adam can answer, since it's his community. Hopefully
Because
he's
it's in the Teach Connect community, right?
Right. It's in the Teach Connect community.
So when you become a member of the Teach Connect community and your trigger image and everything is up there, you fill out a little questionnaire that asks you grade level, topic, and then you could actually search by grade. You could search by there are various other ways to search if you're searching by author, and then it would pull up the images or the actual lesson or how it was used, and you would be able to print out that trigger image. And then,
I have not filled that out yet for the stuff I've made.
yeah,
I guess I better get on that.
Yeah, you should be in that teacher library right there. You got a lot of images. They are, you could look up teachers from all over the country pretty much, and anybody who becomes a member, they can share it out. And that's the guidelines. It's supposed to be a great resource for teachers and see the creativity that, I would love to see Doug up there and throw some of his stuff. He's got such great ideas, and he's always thinking. I see that. My camera's not on, but I can see you, Doug. And Katie Ann, of course, that's the whole point, is that I created AugThat so that everybody can put their own 2 cents in and be able to. You may not like some of our animated lessons, but there are teachers from across the country inputting, and it gives you ideas to expand on. It's supposed to be an educator resource. That's what it really is.
Good question, Jean.
Okay,
That's the third time.
I hate to leave, but my husband has informed me that I need to come down there and help him fold clothes. So.
Well, have fun with that, Tammy.
And after all the stuff,
That's called a diminished.
I have been away from home. I've been away from home for long enough. I should probably help him with the chores. So, you guys, thank you so much. I will do my best to be back next week.
This is
Okay.
This is not a diminished reality forum. This is augmented.
Take it
reality.
easy.
Thank you for joining us, Tammy.
I know, but thank you later.
Okay. Okay. I guess I better get on making sure that all my images have their lessons to them so that you guys can print them and share them. I was just getting in creative mode and I forget some things. So I promise I'll get onto that and make sure that my stuff's in the community so that you can Use it, and I want you to use it. Okay, are there any other questions for tonight?
Yeah, I want to ask Adam something. Adam, can I send you a three-dimensional object along with a trigger?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to be one of those 4 or 5 standard formats. That'll be okay, right?
Yeah. OBJs work the best.
Okay.
And if you can do it like that, that's totally fine. You just send the file over. You upload the file. That's it.
Yep.
And if
I'll
yeah.
email it to you. I can't. Still having those server issues, so I'll probably just email it to you.
Yeah, we did a search. I just wanted to see if it was on our side, and we were fine because we've done a few. We even had a school in Australia. They're coming aboard. One of the teachers, she wanted to do a test run, and I had them do it, and it worked just fine. So
I'm almost certain it's our filter, our light speed. It's just nothing but a problem. It's blowing daiquiri out of the water now, and I'm kind of, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Jean, do you have any questions?
No, I think I've asked enough tonight.
Okay, I do know that we have 3 viewers. I'm not sure who they are, but if you have a question that we can ask, or if you need help with the augmented project at the top of your screen where the video is, there will be like 9 little boxes. If you click on it, it'll say Q&A, and if you type in there, I'll see your question, and I can post it to the people in the Hangout. I love that I can see that we have viewers, but I can't see who they are. So hi. I wish Natalie was here because I really wanted to see her shirt design for her art club. Maybe next week that she'll share it out. I know we all get busy.
I was going to say, I forgot the name of the company, but there is an actual augmented reality clothing company now.
Awesome.
It goes to show you, like last week we were talking about how augmented reality, we're trying to teach the world and let people understand how it works and everything like that. I saw that company, and I also saw a tattoo company.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Does the, yeah.
Right? You take a temporary tattoo, you put it on your arm, and you have a dinosaur walking up and down your arm.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
I think it's Layer.
What's that?
I think that's one of Layer's clients.
I think it's like $15 too. It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it might be. It could be. There's a lot of different platforms that are coming out now.
The thing that I saw just absolutely incredible is they have a prototype that's working now. They've got the entire interior skin of the fuselage of an airplane that works on the same augmented reality concepts, and you're sitting in your seat as if there's no fuselage to the airplane. You can see 360 degrees around you while you're flying at altitude.
That's cool.
And what they've done is they project the Earth and the sky on the screen, on the interior skin of an airplane, and it looks like it's not there. It looks like you're just being hurtled through space. You can look up and see the sky. You can look down and see exactly where you're flying over in the best weather that you can imagine. That would be incredible. That would be
Sounds like Wonder Woman's plane.
I do have a question from a viewer. Laura it's for you, Doug. Her question is, did you use Layer for the iBook, or was it another AR app? He used, and now correct me if I'm wrong, you used the iBook author to create an iBook, and you embedded triggers that you created in Layer in the iBook.
Yes. And the actual augmented screens were just screenshots of me scanning those student pages.
Okay.
I scanned a student's AR page and took a screenshot and then incorporated that image into the iBook using iBook Author.
Okay, so Laura, he used iBook Author to create the iBook, and then to create the augmented pieces, he used the Layer platform. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so we do have viewers, and they are watching us. If you have questions before we hang up for this evening, please feel free to click on that Q&A, and it will pop up, and I can address it to the panel, I guess we have. And I'm going to lose my voice. Just one second.
Cheers.
Oh, too bad it's water. Okay. Are there any other questions from Laura, from Jessica or Jean or Doug that you have?
How's the 11 o'clock hangout looking for next week?
11 o'clock is a go for next Sunday, plus we'll have the regular one, so we'll have 2 next Sunday. And we are connecting with teachers from Europe, from London, and also from Spain. And maybe the others, but those are the ones I know of. Plus, we got another question. This is from Heidi. She is watching. She says, hello all. Great to hear all the great, awesome ideas. My question is for Adam. So got your ears on, Adam?
Yeah, I had to stop my dog from barking. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Can I create a trigger image for or aug that by just taking a picture or part of a text from a book to attach an image to? So I think she wants to take part of a textbook and make that the augmented piece, or maybe the other way around.
Is she looking? It depends on how the book is. If it is possible, but it depends on what the page looks like and the words and the letters. There has to be some, and that's with any AR that you do. It doesn't make a difference if it's my platform or Layar or Daiquiri or Erasmus. There has to be strong contrasts in the picture, but if you had a border around it, around the words, the border would actually become the trigger image. It is possible. It is possible.
Heidi, hopefully that answers your question. If you need more clarification, please let us know.
Basically, clear text is the worst candidate for triggers. And I think that's what Adam was saying, right, Adam?
Yeah, you can't. You just can't use plain text. It doesn't. It won't trigger enough unless you use certain fonts. Will trigger it off.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to see if I can pull Heidi in. So hang on, Heidi. Since you're listening, if you get a call from me, click join.
In the middle of a thunderstorm?
Yeah, well, it's still thundering. Let's see if she can join us. Cross your fingers. Okay, well, if she hopefully gets to pop in while we're waiting. Heidi, you want to have a unique image or unique text, some kind of define. You want it bold, contrast, so when you scan it with your app, it picks up the lines. If you're just doing text, it will not scan very well, so you'll want to have like maybe a clip art or some kind of border or something that makes it unique. And then that would be your trigger, and then you can add any image or any content you want to it. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, does anybody else have anything to share or a question before we say goodnight? Next week we will have two Let's Talk AR. One will be in the 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Oh, Heidi's in. Hi, Heidi.
Hey. It does. So,
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
well, that was my question.
And we answered it? Did we answer it?
Well, that was my question. Is I wanted to see if I could use.
Just any kind of text? You'll want to use something that's unique as your trigger, and then you can put anything as its content.
So, Heidi, if you were to take a textbook like that had that old Gothic English font where it's the big letter, where it starts the paragraph, right?
Right.
You can actually set that as your trigger to do something with.
So if I'm looking at, let's say, that Magic School Bus, or not Magic School Bus, Magic Treehouse book, and I want to reattach those images that I have now with Erasmus, which isn't working at all in the classroom. All I have right now is just text. So
why don't you send it over to me? We'll set it for you.
Okay.
You know, and we'll have it up for you, and you can test it. At least it gives you another opportunity to just see how it would work in augmented reality, and then go try another company, you know, and see, because like when you want to create something on the fly and we're not available and you don't have 24 hours, you know, Doug's available too. Doug can tell you, I'm sure, walk you through how he's very familiar with LAR.
Okay.
But you know, whatever platform you do use, you have to have a unique image that is going to be that has a contrast with the shapes and images. So.
Well, they love the 360, so thank you for sharing those images with me. I appreciate it.
Oh, good. I'm glad they enjoyed it.
Yes, they've done the ocean and the greenhouse were the two that I could get, so that was fabulous.
Awesome. All right. Cool. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
I'll try to get you guys some more. I'll release some more to you guys.
By the way, one other thing, I'm personally starting a charity campaign to try to raise money so that I can get myself one of those structure sensors. That thing is driving me crazy. I have to have one of those. Have you seen one of those yet?
No, I haven't.
Structure sensor is a device that fits onto your iPad, and when you turn it on and you aim your iPad at something, it automatically creates a three-dimensional object out of it.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
Wow.
That's
How
right.
much do they run, Doug?
They range between $400 and $500 with the software that you need.
Whoa.
It works on anything that the iPad sees. People, objects, rooms. I'm just like having brain shorts out. It's a lot of money for my school district to pony up, and I still don't have an end game yet in my mind. But when I saw this thing demoed, wow.
Could you post a link to it just so we can explore and look at it?
Yeah, just go to the address. It's structure sensor. That's all it is. You Google structure sensor, it'll take you right to its. The company that makes this is called Occipital, and it's just Google structure sensor, and it'll take you to it, and it's just mind-boggling. And
wow.
it's the other side of AR, and meeting in the middle is going to be an outrage. And I'm trying to get someone to buy one for me. Not doing too well. They actually have a waiting list for a loaner program too, but they require a $200 deposit to get on the loaner program. So check that out. If you're interested in AR and three-dimensional objects, hold on to your seats. Whoa.
Hey Doug, why don't you give me a call later?
I will. I will definitely do that.
Yeah, give me a buzz later today. Or tomorrow.
Hey, there's a Wilsonette in the background there.
I'll tell him you told him that. Okay, well, I am going to have to go.
Are you blushing?
Just a little. Redhead. Hey, I can't hide it. I'm going to have to go for tonight. So thank you for joining me. I will post this in the community.
I think you just augmented a boy behind you.
Something. That would look
He was
pretty
another
real.
redhead.
Are those 3D objects that you're working on?
Yeah.
Total holograms.
Okay. Good
I
night.
think he's too big to be a hologram.
Just a little.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.